Yeah, this guy definitely needs to go on a t-shirt, I think. First, let me color this in a little bit more. Oops. Clean these lines up. These lines are a little ugly. Okay. Alright, so maybe we take his eyes and just make a hole right through. That's kind of interesting. And now it's only like 3 colors. Because I kind of like breaking up the, kind of doing more of a design sense type thing, like a this. Make it a little bigger. Just make it a little bigger. And I can probably clean this up a little bit. Dream lover, where are you? Na 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 na. It's hard not to hum. I'm doing this because in my normal life, like when I'm drawing like this, I hum and sing a lot. But I'm not really a good singer. Like, I'm okay. I can tell when I don't sound right. But it doesn't really stop me. Oh no. Just want to make some of these lines cleaner. And the only way to do that really is to either erase the outside or just redraw like I'm doing now. And it's easier to turn the canvas so you can have good angles to draw your stuff. I kind of want to do, okay, so I really like this one, actually. I really like this one. Do I want to merge? Yeah. I'm going to merge that. And I want to try one where he doesn't have so many fingers. More of like a logo type. Which is tricky because like it could just look like he's missing all of his limbs, which I don't want. Brooklyn. I'm using 3000 by 3000 pixels, 300 DPI. Which is physically 10 inches by 10 inches. Oh, this is real dark. I can't zoom in on it, but yeah, not that I really need to zoom in on that, but I always use 3000 by 3000. That's like my standard, even for like client work and stuff like that. That's the size I usually go with. I could probably do a little bit bigger since I have the newer iPad, but I don't go too huge. So what I need to do is I need to make something so I can have the bottom of him on one clear and precise frame. So I am just going to make, it doesn't really have to be that serious. And I don't really like this as it is. I don't really think it looks good, but I just want to experiment. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't really like it. Or I should say, I don't know if I like it more than... Something's bugging me about the back leg. I don't really mind that the fact that he doesn't have toes. It kind of works because the whole thing is very... stylized. But this back leg... I need to just get rid of that. So I'll just make that straight for now. You zoom in and really make it straight. And I almost feel like this needs to be a little bit further down than the rest of it. Oh, and maybe it's actually too far. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. And maybe this one is like... It's tricky there. You gotta make sure it doesn't look inappropriate. I actually think it looks fine. I'll select the box at the bottom, that way I can erase what I need to. And with this one, I'll just manually erase. I mean, it's interesting. Still not sold on this back leg. And if I'm not sold on it, I just erase it. I try not to convince myself too much. If I have to convince myself too much, then something's wrong. Yeah, let me round him out a little bit. He needs a little bit more roundness. Giving that roundness sometimes helps with make everything a little more cute, a little cuter. You can get away with a lot more. So what are you up to tonight, Brooklyn? Like what's going on? What kind of art do you do? What are you up to tonight? Are you just chilling? Just hanging out? Down there? What's the weather like? What was for dinner? What did I have? What did I eat today? Oh yeah, I didn't really have a decent dinner. I had a bagel with butter. And then I had like junk food. I'm not proud of it, but I had a bunch of junk food after that. It was bad. I'm not good when it comes to... Oops, it's not going to work. I'm not good when it comes to weekends. Because my body, not even my body. I can't blame it on my body. My brain is just like snacks. My brain is like, it's the weekend. You can have as many snacks as you want. It's bad. Okay, so another thing that might be cool for this is, do we want the eyes back? Oh, I made it bigger. I forgot about the eyes. I made it bigger already. I forgot about that. That's okay. Now, I don't think I can use this color. That'd be kind of cool if I could, to use this color as a darker... Ooh, maybe I can, though. Maybe I can. Use this as a shadow. I love Procreate too. And honestly, the interesting thing is like, this pretty much is the way that I spend like my nights and stuff. It's just really interesting that this guy Seth, who works for Adorama, which is a really prestigious film and camera shop and equipment and things like that. And he was actually telling me about streaming. And because he does like streaming and things like that. Oops. select this first. He does streaming and all things like that, and I was like, I wonder if I could do that on my computer. And he wanted me to do the streaming thing, like with him. I guess he has like a little, I don't know what he's got going on. Something where like streamers can come on, and I think it'd be really, really cool to do. The only problem is my schedule is so random, and I'm not sure that that's, like sometimes I'm working on set and literally I'm there for 14 hours and I don't know when it's going to be like that. I don't know when it's hard to know when I'm going to, be scheduled. So that's the only thing that's kind of holding me back. It'd be kind of cool if it was going along the tail too. Like showing a little bit of, but how would I do that? Okay, so if this line came over there, like that, so maybe I could fudge it as though, something like that maybe, whoops. I gotta lean back to actually look at it. Tattoo artists. I never really thought about doing tattoos. It was never really appealing to me to do tattoos. I've designed some tattoos for people, but I'm like, I don't think I'm, I guess I'm a people person, but like I feel like a tattoo artist, like I feel like I would get too annoyed. I feel like I'd get too annoyed having to do people's tattoos that I didn't want to do. And I guess as I'm saying that, it's the same thing with all art. It's the same thing with like all projects. It's always going to be, you want to be doing the projects that are great, but a lot of times you have to do the projects that you have to do. But I feel like I would just get annoyed because I feel like people that aren't really artists, like I feel like they make a lot of questionable decisions. I don't know what you think about that, if that's true, but I feel like people, and I feel at a certain point in time as a tattoo artist, you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to do whatever, I'm just going to do what you ask because, pay me, I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to like say, oh, you know what, well, like you should do this because you're not going to like this in a year, or this isn't going to look right in a year. But I feel like people don't want to really hear that. Like they just have like their idea of what they want and that's what they want. But I don't know. It's I never really thought that much into it. Plus like my now especially my style of drawing is probably way too cute for a tattoo artist. I'm very, in my old age, I'm very I don't know, I'm into very like cutesy things. So that's why I do like children's books. It just fits more of like what I enjoy drawing now, I suppose. But I have a couple friends who are tattoo artists. Oh no, I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure it's cool. I'm kind of like, I kind of want to know, like, it's funny, I was talking to my buddy today, and he was dealing with COVID for a while, and I was asking him questions about like, because he was set up in a hotel and stuff like that, and I was asking him questions. I like to know the most random details. So it's interesting hearing like, firstly that you're a tattoo artist, but Like what, like, I don't know, like what are some interesting things about being a tattoo artist that normal civilians, I'll call them civilians, or even other artists may not know? Like, I don't know. Like, how did you feel like when you first were doing like a tattoo and you first were physically not injuring like in a bad way, but you were your first time that you were pressing the tattoo machine into flesh of another human being, or maybe you did maybe you did like your own tattoo, but I feel like it's different in another human being. I mean, I know you get used to it, but it's just very interesting. I never really like heard a tattoo artist really talk about that, and it seems interesting to me. Okay, I want something on the back of this, but I don't know what I want on the back of it. Maybe it just needs to be I'm trying to figure out what might work. It actually might work if it's not. And how long have you been a tattoo artist? And was it something that you like always wanted to do, or was it something that just came along, or you pursued it for a long time, or you knew people that were into it? These are all the things that I've always that I've always been curious about. It's cool to know. It's cool to kind of hear about people's stories and how we get to where we are. I love that. I think it's endlessly interesting. I'm still trying to get used to it. It's my best friend who got me started, but everyone is different. They have different tolerances. It's definitely better to do art on a tablet. Just a year. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's... What else? What other questions do I have for a tattoo artist? I got my tattoos. I got my first one when I was... I think I was I 17 or 18? I think I might have been... I was 17 or 18. I'm really tired. That's why my eyes are really, really slanted right now. But I remember I was in high school and I wanted to get a tattoo. I drew it. My dad had to go with me to get the tattoo. And then the next year I got another tattoo, which come to think of it, it's so cool. Like I'm in 17, 18 and my parents are like cool with me getting tattoos. It's really interesting to think about. And my dad actually got his first tattoo when I got my second one, and he got a rose and he got my mom's name because their anniversary was coming up. So it was so weird to see my dad getting a tattoo. Like that was just, very, very charming memory that is of me and my dad in the tattoo parlor. And back then I didn't really do that much research. It wasn't really this like Instagram, internet. I mean, you could research some things, but it wasn't like it was now. The resize video. Oh, that's an old video. Nam Lex. That's an older video. But I'm so glad that helps people, because it is tricky. I dealt with that in the beginning, and I love making videos on just little things like that can be tricky in Procreate until someone just says, "Oh, you just do this," and then it's like, "Oh, duh." you taught your bestie Procreate, and she taught you tattoos. Nam Lex, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Maybe the tail doesn't need to be. Maybe the tail doesn't need to be. Oh, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little touch. I feel like it needs a little something to kind of give it some. I don't know. Nah, that doesn't really work. Did I just see something fly around, or am I bugging? Because if it's a mosquito, it's not gonna. There shouldn't be mosquitoes right now. I'm not having that. All right, I just want to experiment with. I know I'm not gonna. This is like totally out of character for the rest of the drawing, but I just want to see. I just wanted to see. I think it's nicer without it. I just like to experiment a little bit. And I kind of like the shading. I don't think it works for the shirt. I think it's better if it's not there for the shirt, but I kind of like it, actually. Yeah, I kind of like it for the... It's actually kind of cool. It's actually kind of cute. I think I might have to just be done with this. Let's see what he looks like with a different color background. Something is bugging me about when I look at it on the screen, on my computer screen. Something is off. Could be that maybe this is just too wide. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know. What do you guys think? And then I got my next tattoo in college. Which was a star. You're not gonna be able to see it. Which is a star that I got in college. And then also in college I got my favorite tattoo, which is this. Yeah, how can I put it? There we go. Which is this. I got this in college that I also drew, which is my favorite tattoo. And the two I got in high school, one was here, and one is no. One is here, and one is here. The one here that I got like 6 sessions of getting it taken off. But it's interesting. It's interesting because I don't feel like I shouldn't have got it. I just feel like, it kind of lived its life. Like, I kind of feel like you get a tattoo, and if eventually, like, you don't like it or you don't want it anymore, then you can, sort of get it taken off. Why is there still... What am I seeing? Oh, I think Oh, I think I know what I did. There we go. I think I still had there was still some shading happening. Something about... Just want to make these shapes right. Ooh, yeah, that feels better. That feels a lot better. It has that... His head looks like it's the right shape now. So I like to do a version... Actually, I don't really need to do a version with white around it. I think it's cute. So we're gonna put this on a shirt. So I like what I have here. So I'm just gonna export it to PNG. Share PNG, and wish I should rename it. I'll rename it later. Okay, so it's not really great to do it on the iPad. I feel like it's better to do it on the computer. I'm going to do it on the iPad because that's the name of this video. I probably should have gotten to it earlier. So am I logged in? Freaking Face ID. Face ID is my nemesis. Is it still straight? Yeah, it's still straight. Oh, no, I just messed it up. There we go. Also, you guys can see, it's clearer, right? You can see the difference. I hope. Okay, so I'm logged in. I'll go to my dashboard and I'll go to, what I usually do is I usually go to my work. I go to my manage portfolio and I duplicate something that I already have. So for example, I'll duplicate this. Copy settings, because I've already done it. So now I'm just going to change the name to Rascal the Axolotl. I think I spelled that right. Hi, I'm an axolotl. So I'm going to replace all images with our axolotl. Sorry, scratching into the microphone again. That's okay. It's not the same size. That's okay. So here we are with our designs. I have most of these disabled because I don't really want it on a lot of random stuff. I find that sometimes they just have so much. There's just too much. Too much. But I'll enable a notebook, and then you just kind of go and scale it to how you want it. And actually, let me change the color. I don't want it to be white. So if I'm going to make what's the good opposite color of, maybe like a nice like mint green might go well with that color. Let's see how that works. That's actually not too bad. It's kind of interesting. Oh, I just moved it like a Dumas. Pin. Make it a little bigger. Put it right in the middle. That looks good. Mask. We don't need to do the mask. I don't know, what's a better color than this mint green? I feel like I need a better color. I feel like he needs something. I feel like he needs like a dark color. Maybe just like a dark navy is better. Okay, I do have the rights. Oh, we'll go with digital art. We'll put it in animals. Is there anything I wanted to change? Let me take a look at these shirts. I feel like this, let me edit this one. Make this one bigger. What's our default color? So I'll make it as big as I can. Not put it so high. Sometimes I used to put them really high, but I don't think they look good that high. I think that's good. We'll stick with navy. Let me tag this with Drug-Free Dave as well. No, this stuff is fun. Like it's so easy to just like make things like this. So like I just feel like just take advantage of all these like free sites that just can do amazing things, and they're so easy to do. Okay, I think it's ready to be saved. So we'll go ahead and save this. This is kind of low on this shirt. They're kind of low. They look a little bit too low to me. This doesn't look bad. Some of the t-shirts, they look a bit low. Zip hoodie always looks terrible. I just wish I could make it bigger on this. So let me edit this. Yeah, I can't make it any bigger, but I can probably raise it up a smidge. Just so it's not so low. Make sure it's in the middle. So let me save that and see how that looks. I like it, I like it. And now it's live. That's actually really cute. Let's see if I can save this image. You're not gonna let me save the image? Trippin', Redbubble. Trippin'. And Redbubble is being really slow. My eyes are really dry. Okay, I give up. I'll save the images later. So let me go back here. And let me just... I'll just put on a gray to work with. That worked out. That's really nice, actually. I'm very happy with this. So let me put these together. Group Axolotl logo, because it's got very minimal colors. So that's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, this one is just a little too busy. But let me get rid of these. I don't think I need these. Okay, so if I was gonna make, I might as well make a Instagram. Let me put this color back to my normal color. And let me change that to black. Oh, I gotta fix this sketch, because if I'm gonna post it on Instagram, I still fix my sketches. I don't want it to look like garbage. So let me fix this just at least a little bit. What is that? Where did that come from? What in the world? What is this? I must have been in some... Oh, whoa, where are you? Here? I must have been in some random brush or something. It's always something. Look at this. Ruining my nice line work. Gotta use skill to get rid of this, whatever that is. Gotta use... Oh, just messed up the line. Too much talk. Too much trash talking myself. Too much gloating. Oh. That's good enough. Good enough for you is good enough for me. See, I told you I can't sing. Especially when I'm not giving it my all. Actually not giving it any. Okay, we'll just give him a little life here. Just a little life. Just so he has a little something something. Maybe we'll just work him out a little bit more. Give him some nice just give him a little love in the mouth too. Just a little bit. Make this a little darker. Just give him a little depth. Okay, let me color this in a little bit. Make this darker so you can see that it's a depression. That's not bad. I think that's pretty cute. Ruby Doo. Yeah, I don't know what that was from. I don't know what brush that came from. That looked like a vintage brush. Or a brush was that? I don't even know what brush that was. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. What do you guys think about selling brushes? I do have like a stamp brush thing. It's free right now, but I feel like I should like start making some brush packs and just selling them for like $1. I feel like people really like brushes. I mean, I like giving them away for free, but I mean, I'm an old man. I gotta make a little bread too, you know? Make a little bread. Feed my family. Oh, that's a cute little sketch. What happens if I turn this red? Fill. Oh, that's nice too. It's nice, and then I can black out the parts that I normally would if I want to. That didn't work. Oh, really? I didn't realize I did these on the... Can black out the parts I need. Maybe I'll go to the movies tomorrow. I feel like I already said that. But I might. I'll have to look on AMC A-list. I like going to the movies. I don't mind going to the movies by myself. My fiance is super busy with school, so... But I like going to the movies by myself, too. Because then it doesn't matter if I like the movie or not. You know, I just like to go for the fun of the movie. I think I'm going to merge these, actually. Why not? I want to color these so I can make a nice erased Some nice erase effects. I love going to the movies. AMC A-List has been the best thing for me. Because it's really the only time... Oh, my back. It's really the only time that I can really unplug. And just like, I'm not on my phone. None of that. I can just sit and chill. So it's much needed. Always name my layers. It's a good habit to get into, naming your layers. The only thing is I can't really see. Actually, we can just do sketches. I'll just do sketches on this page, I think. His head is so big. Let's make a couple more. What are you guys up to tomorrow? Anyone have anything exciting going on tomorrow? I really just want to make... I feel like make his little back leg. Brooklyn got the day off. Oh no, sick. So isn't so it aren't tattoos? Isn't that like a big day for tattoos on Saturday? I feel like I don't know why I don't know why I feel that way. But yeah, I got the day off too. I was supposed to have the day off today, but then I got rush called. Like they asked me if I could. I woke up at like 9 something, and I saw some texts and missed calls, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "You want to come into work?" And I was like, "I can't give away. I can't not take this free money." And Ruby, I hope you feel better. So now I'm curious, like if if it's just like a cold or something. But it's HIPAA, isn't it HIPAA? I can't ask any questions like that. But I hope you're feeling better. Colds are not fun at all. What do I want to sketch him in? I've been doing a lot of sketching with Procreate pencil actually. The only problem is I got some really thick lines here. Thick. I want to make his mouth open. Doesn't really need to be. Haven't been sick in a while. I kind of felt sick when I was home for Thanksgiving. Was it Thanksgiving? No, I think it was actually before Thanksgiving. I was home celebrating some birthdays and stuff, and I felt a little bit under the weather. But this is really random, but I usually will take what is it called? I'll take a Sudafed 24-hour, and usually, like, regardless of what kind of sick I'm feeling, like, I usually wind up feeling better after that. Like, regardless if I have a runny nose or if I have a stuffy nose or whatever, usually that Sudafed just seems to help me out. I actually just thought, I hope that you can hear me breathing when I'm this close to the boss. Oh, speaking of bosses, you know who just commented on one of my photos? That's always pretty cool. He commented a while back too. Jesse Smith. I think he was on one of those tattoo shows. That's where I like first, like, knew who he was from that show. But yeah, he commented on some of my Instagram stuff. And actually I wasn't following him. I don't know why, because I knew of his Instagram, but so that was kind of cool. I feel like he's pretty well known when it comes to the tattoo world. I don't know if I want to make I don't know if I like his head like that. It's weird because I don't know if I want to make his body kind of like that. Let me erase these lines and see what that looks like. And kind of have his head like give him like little fat folds. He doesn't really have fat folds. Kind of like that. I feel like I can fix this arm so it's not so far. Actually, it's a little big. I feel like it's bigger than the other arm. So first things first, let me shrink it down. And then Yeah, I feel like that's better. I don't mind making this a little wider like that and kind of giving him a nice wide base. And now for these things, do I want to make them lower? I'll do that on a different layer. Do I want to make, what's happening? Because I can kind of do them like, low like that. Or I can just do them like I did the sketch. But this actually might be better served for me to do with a big thick brush instead of doing the line work. But then it won't look like line work. I'll just do the line work. I'll try to keep it. Try to keep it fresh. I mean, this is the stuff that I love. Just like the drawing and the doing anything that you want to do. There's no rules. The only rule is to just make it look cool. I almost did a job. I had to turn down a job because it was just too complicated. It was there's like a pharmaceutical type thing, and they wanted me to do like a comic that's like Vask Tech. I'm not sure what that means. I think it's good. Hopefully it's good. But it was an interesting job, but it just wasn't for me. The guy, he kind of wanted a little bit more comic type stuff, and I wouldn't have been able to finish it in 30 days. That was the big thing. It was like, you got to know your limits. And although it would have been, I draw so small, I'm sorry. Although it would have been cool to do, I wouldn't have been able to do it in 30 days. I mean, it'd be great to just take the money and like grind it out, but I would be miserable because I would not be able to do it. Did I do these on a separate layer? I did. I actually like this sketch, I feel like. Oh, look how cute he looks without anything. I kind of like the, the sketch is at max. Let me duplicate it. Oh, still connected to the one above. Cut and paste. So now we have, I hate when I do that. I always cut and paste the wrong freaking layer. Like a dum-dum. Cut and paste. There's no fan noise on the new computer. I'm so happy. The freedom. Greetings from Indonesia. Palung, Marianne. He looks like a little. There's no way that I did that again. There's no way. Okay, this is the layer, right? With the sketch. I'm on the rough sketch layer. Please separate this for me. Please. Thank you. That's all I ask. So now I'm going to take the eraser and just lighten up the rough sketch a little bit. Certain areas. Just lighten up the rough sketch. And I really like the way these look. So I want to make them a little darker. So I'm just going to duplicate them. And then I'm going to erase just so, because I like the face. The face doesn't really need much more. So I'll just erase these little bits that, okay, I'm talking a lot here. this layer is. I don't know what that layer is. Let me get rid of that because I don't really like that. I'm going to merge this down and I'm going to make this sketch 2. Yeah, actually I don't mind it. The only thing that kind of bugs me, this is a little, sticks out a little far. Sticks out a little far, so maybe something like this. A little something like that, maybe. That's better. And these fingers actually can use some work too, but I'm just gonna be lazy and leave them. But they could use some work. So make sure he's got a little, like so. And so now let me give him a little love, like I always do. Color these in a little bit, because I know these are a different color on actual axolotls. They're usually like a darker color. So I'll color these guys in. I feel like there's a few different mouth faces that I could actually play with. And put a nice little shadow underneath here. Nice little shadow underneath. I think he's cute. I think he's cute. Make him sitting straight. I'll just use liquify to sort of balance him out. I think this can be stretched some. Yeah, that looks good. Might as well make him a little bigger. Oops. Be a nice place for a new one. Maybe I can do something here and a little one here. I think that would be good. Now that I made this one looks a little funny. But that's the normal. That's the progression of things. It's always like that. Let me get rid of this. I don't really need this anymore. You know what? I'll make a new page, and I will use. I don't know what would be a good color for. I just got a wave of like tiredness. It just came over me. What's a good color for this? I guess we can use our blue. It's kind of a nice color too. We'll stick with our blue. Yeah. I'll add this to this group. So now I can just have that ready to go. So maybe let me try to sketch another one. Should I make him be doing something? I do have some cool, I did save some cool images of axolotls. Maybe I want to do the opposite, like... Started out well, but I think where I sort of lose it is because the head needs to be longer. That's the only problem. It's like, this looks fine, but man, that looks horrific. But I wonder if I can save it. I wonder if I can salvage it. Actually, this should be higher, I think. I think I want smaller toes. And this angle for an arm just never. Yeah, I'll just do round, I think. Little round, cute feet. I think it's good for this little guy. Maybe we'll even like make him a little happier by doing something like that. So now it's important for me to make sure that this is all level. That actually might work better for the shape of his face. I just have to make sure that the eyes are level, because that makes a big difference. That's a little more level. Oh, I'm drawing small again. Sorry about that. I tend to draw small, I guess. Clearly I do. Clearly I do. I like to draw a little smaller. Sometimes I just can't help it. I think it's because I like to. The lines are a little easier to draw when the canvas is a little smaller. So I'm happy with this. But what brush should I use now? We'll go with our old school Sketchmaster brush. And we're going to keep this. We're going to try to keep this fun and free. Okay. Give him the works. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, doesn't need to be that big. Do I want to make his mouth open or close? I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it open, I guess. You guys can let me know what you think. Try to keep this nice and simple. did I make this? Why did I make that so terrible? That's better. His little back legs. Make this a little lower. I'm sorry, I got like in a zone drawing this guy, so I apologize. You draw too big and have to shrink it. No, I have the opposite. I can never draw big enough. Okay, I'll give it a little life, like I always do, even for little sketches. Doesn't take much to really give it a look. There's actually another brush that I put on my new at Drug Free Dave brushes called Morilla. It actually looks pretty cool. It looks almost like a watercolor brush or something. But it's kind of nice to color things in. Kind of gives it a nice look. I'll go back to Sketchmaster 2 and finish this off. Just give him a little something something on his eyes. Maybe even a little white will go against the grain here. I could extend his mouth out. Let me try a little bit with liquify, even though I'm probably just gonna leave it. But sometimes you can work some miracles with liquify. Emerge, and then just never hurts to just kind of take a look. See if I can extend this out a little bit, and if it looks any better. don't know which one I like better. Maybe the first one. Maybe the first one with a little less. Maybe the first one with a little less here. I think that does it. I think that looks better. Okay. I don't want to shrink this guy, so let me make a copy so that I can shrink this one and not worry about his quality too much. So that looks good there. This one is not the prettiest one, so maybe he goes maybe he just goes there, and then maybe, I know I want to go to sleep, but I feel like I just want to just do a few more little doodles. It'd be cool to make what if I switched up his demeanor? You can do a lot with just a little. Ooh, that's way too big. You can do a lot with just a little bit of you can do a lot with just a little bit. I don't necessarily like that though. But if I was going to do some eyes, like I said, what I normally do is I do this, the nose would be there, do that. Sometimes I have to do this little song and dance just to try to get things how I want them. Make them really cute. Nice round, simple eyes. Eyes they can be so simple, but they can be so easy to just kind of go overboard a little bit. I really like to concentrate on keeping it really simple. He's got his little nose here. Give him some little teethies. Make this a little smaller. nice round, simple face. Nothing too fancy. I feel like I should have left. No, actually it doesn't look too bad. I really like how these things look with that fat brush though. And they actually look better when I outline them. I wish I would have outlined those. Sometimes I just have to kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit. This arm's a little low. The anatomy doesn't quite work. It's actually not. It's just a little bit off. I hope you guys don't mind that I've been neglecting you guys. Sometimes I just get locked in and that's it. Make him a little darker. Just make sure he's visible. And it'd be kind of cool to do, so these are smiling faces. It'd be kind of cool to do like where would if these were on the same plane, they would be maybe coming out from back there. I don't even know how to really make it so you can see that portion of them. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I find that I make the eyes too big a lot of times. So that's why I do these bigger circles. And then I do the eyes in between. This isn't really the right shape for his face though. I don't know what this is. Kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle there. I don't really want him to look like a Ninja Turtle. I don't want to do some more open mouth type stuff. Like what if if these are like... just want something a little different, I think. Stick with the round head. That's a decent cheat. A cute little nose here. It really does look like a Ninja Turtle. Put this up some. Okay, I'm going to take liberties and do these little things that I think are really cute. Actually, he really does look like a Ninja Turtle. And his mouth is really not in the right spot. I don't know why I made his mouth so big. That would be a better spot for the mouth, allowing me to make this a little less fat-faced. He has a face like mine. Big, chunky, fat face. Let's see. I feel like in this, his arms would be crossed. Crossed arms are difficult for me. But also his neck is weird. Oh, you know what? I think I'm making his body is too far forward. And these are basic things that sometimes I just like. I don't know, certain creatures just hard for me to get right sometimes. But it just takes like, where would the body be? Would the body be here? No, here, here. He's got such an attitude though. I feel like I have to find it. And sometimes they're really, really messy. Because I just need to like find it. Maybe his little... Here you would see the back of his hand. Cut and paste so we can just work with him. Make him a little smaller. Of course, accidentally go back, which I didn't mean to. Actually, with this, something like that. It's not, the anatomy's not right, but I don't mind it actually. Oh, but he needs his tail. I don't think this works, what I just did. It actually doesn't work too bad, actually. Why are his teeth so messed up? So let me make a tooth here, and I think a tooth there. I think that's it. Okay, I'm cool with that. So let me give him some love. First of all, let me make sure that his mouth doesn't look better. Oops. Make sure his mouth doesn't look better in a different position. Now it looks fine where it is. Just add some depth down here, here. And even over that eye, we'll add some depth here, here, here. Get into that nice little zone. Let me use my other brush. Morilla. I think these are pretty cute. So let me move. Now I'm probably gonna post these tomorrow. Yeah, I'll post them tomorrow. It's important to have very nice composition, even for Instagram. You want to have very nice composition on all your drawings and stuff. It's very important. Like, people they need to look at it, and it needs to catch. One reason why I like doing this style is because there's a lot of things to kind of draw your eye, which is really good. And although I have a decent following on Instagram, Instagram definitely isn't what it used to be. I just don't think that they show a lot of people's stuff to all of the people that they are following them or they're following, like they don't show as much, and it's clear to me that they don't show my art as much as they did. So I'm sure it's probably just with everybody, not that it's a big deal, but it's just a bit weird. But Instagram has been really, really weird since they've been bought by Facebook, I must say. I think that looks good. So I'll save this. And I will also, let me bring this on top. Oh, I wonder if I can, it'd be kind of cool to, it took me so long to find this link. Why won't you let me see the images, Redbubble? What normally would happen is the images would pop up. I don't even think I can view product page. So normally the images would pop up, but it's not really working here. So I think I might just do this on the computer, because I think that might be a little easier. It really has gone downhill. Big facts. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Let's see if I can just go to Manage Portfolio. Actually, let's go to View Shop. Your shop. Explore Designs. So now let's see what they do. So this is the one I wanted to look at. So far, so good. I think this is cute. So I don't think I can save the image, unfortunately. Share. Save to files. We'll save it in Send Anywhere. So I can just add this to my Instagram thing, and maybe I'll get the Redbubble. I'll just do a screen capture of that. So that looks good. That's good. So now I can probably add that to my Instagram. I might add that to my Instagram post. We'll see. We shall see. Because he's a cutie. This is way better than the thumbnail image. So I think I'm gonna change the thumbnail image, because this is better. Let me turn this off really quick. This is how I usually take all my. It's very dark. Oh, I know why it's dark. My phone has the after midnight. My phone does the night light, so it like turns really like yellow. I think it looks nice. You can't see it because it's too dark. Okay. I'll turn the light off to say goodbye. I'll turn the light on to say goodbye. Alright, folks. I'm going to get some sleep because I'm tired. It's nice to be tired. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's really fun. I love doing this. I love hanging out. And I love that people, like, I don't know, say hello to me and talk to me and stuff. I think that's really fun. Probably can't hear me. I love that people say hello to me and talk to me. I think that's really fun. From all over the world. It's great. I have a great time with you guys. And it's nice to get more and more comfortable drawing and more comfortable designing. I think that's something that was always a bit scary, just in general. I guess doing anything that requires skill and to have people watching takes some getting used to. But I think this really helps me because it helps me. Well, firstly, it helps me with my speed because Ruby Doo, have a great night. I appreciate you coming by. Feel better. It makes you think differently when you know that people are watching, when you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, and if you do something bad, like, everyone's going to see that you do something bad. It's nice to just be okay with that and to get past that. So that's another fun thing about doing this. And also, I think it's cool for people to just see artists that don't do everything perfectly, because people present on Instagram as like everything that they touch is magic, and there probably are a lot of artists like that, but I'm definitely not. I go through a lot of struggles with my art, so I think it's nice for people to see that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Feel free to go to Redbubble, get some stuff if you want. It's almost Christmas. Add me on Instagram, Facebook group for Procreate tutorials, and also Skillshare. I'm gonna be making a new class soon because I have to make one, I think, before the end of the year. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Shout out to Brooklyn, Ruby Doo, Palang Mariana from Indonesia. I can't pronounce someone from, looks like Russian, but welcome and have a great day. It's probably day. It feels like it'd be days over there. And who else did I miss? No, just you guys. Since I had to run before, so this is you guys. So thank you. Have a great night. Hope you like the stream. Thanks for joining me. Have a great night or day. Have a great weekend. Stay healthy. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Hug your family. Make sure that they know that you love them. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next stream. Hopefully tomorrow. But we'll see. I have the day off, so I don't know what I'm going to come up with tomorrow. We'll see. Have a great night, guys. I do that when I see people in real life. I don't know why I just did that now. It's because I'm tired.